Yeah, a lot of people just think I be talking random shit. Like I be paying attention to a lot of shit, and so I'm gonna start this new thing where I let the people, other people doing, but I'm just gonna start doing with. But whatever little news things, videos I run past, I'm gonna just start breaking it down and try to bring some logic to people of what the fuck is going on and what people are not realizing, just common sense and ration. So let's get this thing started. This is about the he, she, and they thing.
Well, lawmakers in California haven't gotten around to fixing the state's infrastructure, its housing crisis, its homelessness, its vanishing middle class. But they are at the forefront of another fight, rewriting grammar. Last week, the chair of the state Senate Judiciary Committee announced that only gender-neutral pronouns would be permitted on her, or rather, their committee.
So that we are using what my grammar teacher would have had a heart attack over. We are using the phrase they. My grammar teacher's long gone, and I won't be hearing from her.
And she was like, she threw a couple jabs and basically, she come from the old school. You know what I'm saying? People can say what they want about the old school or how things was done, but at least we and they that was way 50 years ago and 67, they had common sense. These new motherfuckers, like, y'all think y'all God and y'all could just do whatever, make up any rules. If it was something that was natural, you wouldn't have to be trying to make rules up for it to do it in a fucking court system. It would just be something natural. But I don't know. Let's keep it going.
And if any of you... From them, exactly. From they.
Jason Nichols is a professor of African American Studies at the University of Maryland and a frequent guest on this show. They join us now. I assume you is still allowed, so it's good to see you. But I'm really struck, as a function of human nature, but the left is especially susceptible to it, that any dumb trend that comes along is accepted immediately and mindlessly by people who should know better.
Like MAGA hats?
MAGA hats have a very specific...
Look, you see what this nigga just did? The dude is right. A lot of shit, it's bigger. This shit is bigger than a trend. But this nigga just try to throw black issues in on this, and like the black issue. Like I'm hoping he's not saying that. I'm gonna have to look at that again, but I'm hoping he's not saying that this is more a better trend. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
I disagree with them, but they're calling for the election of a specific person. But all the dumb people decided one day pronouns are bad. And then we just sort of go along with it. Why?
Again, Tucker, I don't think that what they're saying is pronouns are bad. Mm-hmm. They're saying that you should be referred to the way that you choose to be referred to. So someone who is a man who identifies as a man, yes, we can call that person he. Someone who identifies as a woman, that person can be she. But a person who is gender non-binary, they can be they or shim or sheer or whatever pronoun they choose.
This nigga know damn well why they gotta put a nigga up there to do this part. This is white people shit at its greatest. If the baby is born, it's not a boy. If the baby, you can't say it's a boy or a girl. Let the baby, when the kid is a certain age, it will make up his mind on what it is, if it's a girl or a boy. Man, that is bullshit. That's utter bullshit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That is just utter bullshit. If your baby comes out with a penis, that is a boy. That if it comes out with a vagina, that is a girl. It is what it is. If later on in life you want to start calling yourself he or she, do what you gotta do. But at the same time, we going off the order of God. We should be. But white people, y'all lost y'all's man just going off this bad. His nigga say he or shears and this binary gender. Nigga, what are you talking about, nigga? Your black ass grew up in a black household. This is, and if you grew up in a black household and and they was teaching you and shit. I don't know. This is some new age where it's really old Roman shit that's repeating itself in America, because America is old Babylon. So this is all Roman shit, like all this at orgy, heavens, all that crazy ass shit. Like this is what Roman, cause white people, y'all the Romans, and me and the Greeks and shit. So y'all just resetting history and trying to do like Sodom and Gomorrah in this motherfucker. Like this nigga said binary.
So in general, I kind of agree. I call people whatever they want to be called. You get married, you change your name, I'll call you by that name.
Exactly.
Whatever. I think that's your right. And out of respect, I go along with it. That's not what they're saying. They're saying that you're not allowed to use gendered pronouns. That's very different.
Yeah, and I actually find that problematic. I believe that people should have the opportunity to choose what they want to be called. I mean, that's the way, you know.
But there's a problem here. This is California.
Look, y'all, Black America. You hear this nigga? This ain't the black in him knows that this nigga is shuckling and jiving. Like, I mean, even homosexual black people know that. I mean, I have my preference of shit, but this just ain't black shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know where the root of all of this shit come from. Everybody knows where the root, all this perversion, pedophilia, and trying to normalize that. All of this shit is stages to get to the most wicked time, and because they been showing us in movies about this shit. Like, you just in futuristic movies where there would be non-sexual people, like more sexual, like you could tell what their gender. It was just like my gender. I don't know what the fuck they call it, but they've been putting it in our face in TV, and now they making a reality. Me in movies for the last 20 years. Now they making it a reality. Like, it's gonna be motherfucking in about 15 years. It'll be little 14, 13-year-olds, man, that's just running around. You don't know if it's a boy or a girl. You know, like, this shit is about to get crazy, and people are not. I mean, what is right and what's wrong is wrong. And then we have to put God in this shit. Like, I mean, we have to put God in this shit. So it's gonna be a unisexual fucking. I mean, it's just shit they've been putting in the movies, but we know this shit ain't right. To like I said, if you want to live like, I'm not homophobic, I'm not none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to do what you want to do you. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be like, it's gonna be motherfuckers that's having kids and they can't even tell their kids you're a little boy, because they go to school and be like, I'm a little boy. And then the teacher be like, who told you that? My daddy. And then they like, well, his daddy is whatever the fuck this is. He, she, they, racist. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck they want, the bullshit them snowflakes is gonna come up with. But I'm like, nigga, I can tell my son he's a boy. Like, well, let's get back to it. I get to rambling and shit.
So you've got more than 10 million people in California speak Spanish at home.
Right.
Spanish is a gendered language. Absolutely. That means it is structurally transphobic. Will they allow Spanish?
And white people are pushing their bullshit on everybody. They in Africa doing this shit. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? All that LGBTQ and all that shit in fucking Africa. Like, Africans ain't been gay like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, black people are not. I mean, this shit is created. This is a created thing, and people want to call it conspiracy theories. But when you get to looking into the hormones they put in our food and plastic and all of this shit, they doing people like, because I mean, what we fail to realize is, if a motherfucker ever really want to take control of the world, we know that the same families run most of the world. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing it for decades and centuries. But if you want to, and so they pass the wealth and this control down from generation to generation. But if the great grandfathers want to set up the future Rothschilds or whatever you want to call them, they have to weaken the society. So them pushing all of this soft ass shit on us, it makes less of a militant, aggressive, especially for the males. You know what I'm saying? Like, they feminizing the males like it ain't shit. So when the army start flexing, because usually the army picks out the manliest of the men. So once they become Marines, they got their soldiers. But what about us? What if we ain't got enough manly men to be soldiers? And, you know what I'm saying? Like shit's not gonna be able to be controlled. But I mean, it's a lot going on. It's just wicked shit for real. People ain't realizing this.
To be spoken, again, a gendered language in the committee room.
Well, there are people, at least in the United States, who are, there's Latino, Latina, and Latinx, so they're trying to make it a little more gender neutral.
But that's in English. I mean, that's how English speakers describe it. But there's no effort to impose these ludicrous rules on Spanish. And by the way, why not call California Californics? I mean, if we're really kind of remaining...
See, for real, like, he's acting like he's against it, but this motherfucker worked for Fox News, so 9 out of 10, everybody's faking. That's what we fail to realize. Everybody's faking. So he's going, he ain't about shit neither, though, but it's true. Like, they already letting you know right there that they about to go bust it down in the Spanish culture and everything, because all these wicked motherfucker, rich motherfuckers, all they want is like some big orgy-ass society, for real. They on some freak shit, for real. But and they using our kids to create this, because they know that we, like, I'm 40 years old, I'm liable to kick at this motherfucker any day now. So they know that us older people are, I mean, bad out. So they just on some freak shit. Didn't like even look at child sex trafficking. They doing that at a young age. So they already in the world of being able to have access to people's kids if they kidnapping them, or if they at a church, or if they at a school. You know what I'm saying? You got all these pedophiles running around wanting little kids and shit. Now they confusing the kids, because what we forget about, what we don't realize as adults, especially anything 30 or older, it ain't really about us. It's about the kids that when they pushing this shit on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's grown people that want to be these ways, but they looking at, let's get them young, because if you could confuse a kid at that young of an age, and a boy that would usually be a boy and act like a boy will end up being a female if you confuse that kid too early, because the man is like a sponge, but we don't realize that. But let's get this shit back going.
Assistant here.
Yeah, well, I think California is the name of a place, and California can't choose how it wants to identify.
They're not letting us choose. In other words, does it strike you, again, I think we agree that if you say, I'd really like you to call me this, out of politeness and decency, which I sincerely believe in, I will, okay?
Right.
But they're forcing people to say something stupid. Shouldn't that be the point where the rest of us say, I'm not playing along?
Well, see, the problem is that you're calling that stupid. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's stupid to say, I mean, there were people...
This nigga. Why you gotta be a nigga? Like, black people, we not raised like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, his foolishness is not us. You know what I'm saying? And if you are black and you was raised like, it's just because you was raised around a lot of white people. So, but this, what's the nigga, Morris Chestnut looking nigga up here on her talking, nigga, you weren't raised like this. Like, I mean, even if, like, we just be like, what we always say is black people, that's white people shit, fam. We don't do that. That's white people shit. But this nigga, though, let's keep it going.
Many years ago who said his name was Cassius Clay. We're not going to call him Muhammad Ali. That's stupid. And to me, it's like, no, whatever you want.
You see how they play with black people? Like, they play with us by, like, this nigga twice. And in this shit, like, Cassius Muhammad Ali, nigga. Then you go to Cassius Clay, and then you do the MAGA hat thing. Quit putting black people's issues and our struggles with they shit. They've been riding our back since civil rights. They've been riding our back since civil rights. So while we over add energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let them play that man game with you.
Be called whatever you choose. That's
I'm for calling Cassius Clay Muhammad Ali because he wants to be called that.
He's not.
No problem. I agree.
Muhammad
no
Ali.
problem. This is a command that requires people.
And which that is true, but this is some totally different shit, and they play, especially that's how you get the black people to jump on board. Cassius, calling them Cassius Clay, humming, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, white niggas, it ain't got nothing to do with us. This is white perversion. You know what I'm saying? That's what this shit is. But don't we have the token nigga up here trying to get the black vote and get black people like, well, he is right because we love Muhammad Ali. You throw out a nigga that we love, you know what I'm saying, Michael Jackson, Prince, or somebody like that, but you trying to get the black vote. Ain't nobody got time. They stupid with that mind game shit that they be doing. The niggas, y'all keep falling for this foolishness and got this black ass nigga over here throwing Muhammad Ali up.
People to refer to others who have not asked to be called this by a plural pronoun when it's a singular person.
Right.
It's grammatically incorrect, it's awkward, it's dumb, it doesn't serve the interest of anybody, and it applies to all of us, but everyone's too afraid to call it what it is, which is insane.
First of all, language is living and breathing. It changes, it shifts. If you listen to how people talked in the 1920s, they don't talk they don't speak English the same way they speak English today. So, I mean... But
isn't that an organic process? That's not because some terrified little bureaucrat decrees that you must say this on pain of punishment.
Hey, we're in agreement about decreeing that you have to speak one way or use a particular pronoun for everyone. I don't like mandating.
Right, exactly. No. So we're in agreement.
Look at this nigga's ass. He can't even. He just know he's making shit up as he go. Like he ain't even on the side that he's coming. Act like he's coming out. Look at this nigga's ass right now, y'all. Like this nigga when he was doing, he's like, he looking around. Okay, he just know it's utter nonsense. He know it's utter nonsense. The things that people would do for $1 and a little fame be on TV in this wicked ass world and these wicked ass people. I mean, this shit is crazy. Like, but like I said, they got a black man up here to get the. I mean, white people, y'all gonna jump on board if it. Y'all agree with all of this on crazy ass shit. People of color, though. That's the reason why they threw black in there, Mexicans. The Mexican, he's a black token blackface, throwing black people's struggles in that shit. And then that dude already threw the Mexicans, he, she. So they subliminally telling us that niggas and Mexicans, y'all get ready. We busting y'all's culture down. To me, it's just all utter nonsense and wicked shit. Like, let's be honest, people, y'all gotta wake the fuck up and see what is going on. And it's okay to say no. Are you not with some shit? If it's shit ain't for you, just it ain't for you. Like, quit going on with this wicked shit these motherfuckers got.
So then let's very quickly assess like the response. Why we both agree with this? Why don't both of us next time we hear this say, you know what? No, I'm not playing along with your fantasy. Like, leave me alone, please.
Well, no, I mean,
are we afraid to do that? I think we're afraid to do that.
No, I'm not afraid. If I were there, I would say, well, I prefer he. But, you know, I will call someone who wants to be called they, shim, sheer, whatever pronoun you choose.
Sheer?
Yeah, that's another one.
Okay.
But not quite as popular. But if you want to... if you want to be called something.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I agree. You know? I just don't think that we ought to be coercive, but they always get coercive, don't they?
Yeah, and I think that is problematic.
Okay, the fire of freedom burns brightly in your heart, and I appreciate that.